Last church I was in, we had folks that were coming up to me and they couldn't wait to introduce me to the people they had brought to worship that day. Why? Because they were filled with excitement about what we were doing on Sunday morning. They couldn't wait to have their friends come and be a part of it. And they couldn't wait to introduce them to me. And it was joy out the kazoo, which is where the name of that church came from. I'll talk about that later.
They spoke in the language of the people.
They spoke in the language of the people. That is key. Okay? You can't say that new Lord's Prayer. It has to be thys and thines, because that's what we grew up with. How many of you use that language in your everyday speaking today? I know Jason does it as classic. By the way, I heard
occupational hazard.
I heard you picked on my son the other day.
Who talks like that?
Good. Yeah, but they spoke in the language of the people. All right, quick story. I'm jumping ahead to something, but what did Martin Luther do when it came to language? The Catholic Church of his day that he broke away with, worship was done in Latin. The people, most of them couldn't read anyway, but those that could, they had no clue. They show up, and they sit, and they listen, and then they go home. Luther took the Bible after he was excommunicated. He translated it into German, the language of the people. Okay? Now, what did he do with music? I've shared this story with some of you. He wrote the tune and the song, A Mighty Fortress. Actually wrote the words of my Fortress. Okay. How many of you would say that's a good traditional Lutheran hymn? We got to sing that on Reformation Sunday. A mighty fortress is our God. And that's the rhythm. It's really cool to sing it to. Right, Joanna? That's the original, right? A sword and shield victorious. Do you know where the tune for that song came from?
Drinking song.
The bar. It came from the tavern. I don't know the words to the song they were probably singing, but I have always imagined, I like to drink my beer in big mugs because it holds more beer for me. What did Luther do? Yeah, besides drinking. And he did like a good beer. Right. Besides drinking. What did Luther do? He took powerful words. A mighty fortress is our God. A sword and shield, victorious. He breaks the cruel oppressor's rod and wins salvation, glorious. And he put it to the music of the day that the people were singing where they were. Martin Luther was the first contemporary Christian artist. What is contemporary Christian music today? Okay. And again, I love traditional music. Don't get me wrong. And I think about half the hymns in that hymnal are awesome. The other half ought to be thrown out. And Joanne will tell you, because every time I try to pick them up, I'm like, God, why did they put this in here? But there's a lot that are good. But what did Luther do? He took the music of his day. Well, what is contemporary Christian music today? It's the music that the people of today know. It's the style of music. It's the kind of music. And what do they do? Now, some of it's really chintzy and bad, but some of it's powerful. There's a Casting Crowns song that I love called Jesus, Friend of Sinners. And if you know that song, it is moving. And it's the music of the day that makes you feel the music as you're singing it.